Contrast Uncut, yeah, you know that's us. Where we only speak the real and the real rock with us. Where we motivate the people and politic on success. Oh no, we ain't DJ Khaled, but they swearing we the best. Contrast Uncut, Contrast Uncut.
What's happening? It's Contrast Uncut. It's season 3, episode 39. Man, big shout outs to Uncle Snoop's Army and Bobby D Presents. I appreciate you, brothers. It's your host Zylo, aka DJ Juan Dollars, like I won some money. Ladies and gentlemen, today we got an incredibly special guest. I mean, he's a living legend out the P, Pomona. I mean, the brother's been making moves for over 20-something years in this game, leaving an imprint that, you know, everybody can respect. He's the CEO of RMM, which is Roderick Music Marketing, a marketing sales and promotion guru, an A-list talent manager. I mean, he's a business manager for Snoop for over 20 years. I mean, you can just imagine the amount of work and accolades involved in working with that brother. I mean, the influence of Snoopadelic. I mean, this brother's a Rider Gang lifestyle and the show's out. Make sure you watch that motherfucker. And I mean, I keep on going. The brother's been an influence on so many hip-hop pioneers. I mean, as we talked about Snoop, Warren G, Dog Pound, Daz and Corrupt, Wiz Khalifa, and many more. I mean, this brother's huge on not settling for second place. Longevity in relationships is, you know, the matter of what he be on. He has successfully managed multi-million-dollar deals in entertainment branding and sponsorships. The big homie, Damian Roderick, aka Big Percy, everybody. How you doing, OG?
So what you player?
Man, out the way, virus free. You know, I can't call it.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it nowadays, man. As the world's changing, you know, we gotta adapt.
Come on, we doing an interview with mask on just so we can be comfortable.
And you got your gloves on.
Come on. You know, we got the word, we got the memo. The rest of y'all need to get on that hype too. You know, make it safe for everybody.
Yeah, so we can move around and open this shit back up.
Come on, it's money sitting there because we over here acting a fool. Do the right thing.
Yeah, if I'm doing it,
come on.
You can do it.
Come on. Now, brother, I got this quote. You know, let me know how this quote relates to you, or if it doesn't, the idea is I want you to talk about it. If my mind can conceive it, if my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it. Muhammad Ali.
I mean, you know, Muhammad Ali is the GOAT of all GOATs, sports-wise. You know what I'm saying? We base everything off the great Muhammad Ali. So, what he basically saying is, if you dream it, believe it, think it daily, you know, put it on your vision board, talk about it, whatever you're doing to try to make that manifest into a reality, that's what the GOAT is talking about. I do it every day. I preach it to my kids, I preach it to my artists, I preach it to my homeboys, and I'm a living legend of that shit.
No, you a testimony.
Yeah.
You definitely, you living, you showing. You're not hiding it. You keeping it out there so that everybody can be able to use it and manufacture their own manifestation.
Right. It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. Trying to put out, what you put out is what you're going to receive back.
Yes. So I got to ask you, Big Percy, did the game choose you or did you choose the game?
I've been in the game so long, man. You know, certain aspects of the game chose me, and other parts I went out and got it and took mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been in so many different levels of the entertainment, music world for so long. It's just, you know, I'm a natural.
Facts.
The game gravitated toward me from pimping back in the day, to hustling, to selling dope, to music, to record producer, to this and that. It's just an elevation and a growth thing. So, you know, like Nip say, man, it's not a race, it's a marathon.
Come on.
And I've been running this race for a long motherfucking time.
I want to go back to the beginning. You know, what was your first confirmation that, you know, entertainment's what you're supposed to do with your life, you know, where that transition occurred?
Well, you know, I was an athlete. I played ball, you know what I'm saying? And that was my so-called claim to fame. You know, I played overseas. I dabbled on Magic's travel ball team. Played on a few other pro, semi-pro teams and everything, but my friends, family, and other peers always knew I was gonna have my hand in some type of entertainment. You know, I was a character anyway, a jokester, a slickster, and all that shit growing up.
Yeah.
And when I left overseas and came back with a little bit of money, my cousin, Terrence Flowers, aka Sugar Bear Entertainment, he had the record label out in Pomona called Powerhouse Records. So when he had the Powerhouse Records, I invested in that. It was only natural for me to, help him out and manage all the artists on the roster. And then that's how the record and the music part of RMM really started.
Wow. Okay, so you come back overseas and pretty much you start plotting on what I should do next.
Yeah, I'm always looking for the double up and the flip. So
come on.
I had some change, and I didn't want to fuck it off because I was fucking off daily. And the hustling and the dope dealing and all that shit, I was kind of, I took my lumps with that and had some good weeks and good months and good years. But the stress of always looking over your shoulder and doing all that bullshit. Plus, one of my spots that got hit and raided, and
yeah, that slows shit down.
Yeah, I ain't never sold another grunion since then. So I put into the music shit. Always believed in my cousin, and that shit has just been elevating and growing and opening up other doors for the RMM franchise.
Now, for RMM and Big Percy, what are some of the highs and lows that you're willing to talk about? Because, it's important that people do understand that there are high moments that you enjoy, and then some of the low moments of what you have to battle to succeed.
I mean, the high moments are always winning and seeing others win. And when you're developing somebody and watch them grow, and when they take the game and the knowledge you've given them, and they implement it into their game and hustle, and then they make themselves out of something. That's always a win for me. Coming up and dealing with so many different culture vultures and other people that was still in the game and wasn't really true to it. I've lost deals, I've lost plays, cause them hating and trying to, separate the real from the real and trying to be, the quote unquote main person or main situation that's taking the credit. I never want the credit. Everybody know what I do.
Come on.
I don't want the credit. So I've taken my lumps and I've taken my losses, but I win daily because I put out so much good. And like I said, it always comes back.
Man, the growth no matter what. If you could grow in winning, you can grow in losing, then you winning no matter what.
Yeah, daily.
Facts. So, I want to talk about, you and Snoop. You guys been working 20 years together. I mean, how did that manifest and how did that become, where we have it today?
Shit, it's probably going on 22 years now. Some of the Pomona brothers, the Sugar Frees, the Cocaines, the Weasel Lokes, the Pomona Pimpin Youngs, the Hutches. And a lot of people don't know, Hutch and Above the Law really discovered the Warren G's and the Snoop Doggs in the world. You see what I'm saying? And that's where that Pomona Long Beach connection will always be. So when Warren G left Long Beach, the first place he gravitated to was the P. And when he gravitated to the P, he lived with Hutch, he lived with Rest in Peace KMG, he lived with Cocaine, creating that real G-funk. Wow. And then people don't know, the first person, via through the Warren G situation, here comes the Snoop situation, and Easy and Hutch, Code 187, had Dog first.
Wow.
Really didn't know what to do with him, and then Warren G took him to Dr. Dre and got the music out the trash, and the rest is history. So from there, going back to like I was saying, I was hustling and doing all my shit out the P, all the wrong shit, and me and my boy, my business partner at the time, I had the management company before RMM was 7 South Entertainment. That's the 2 major crip hoods in Pomona. My homeboy from C-Note, he from Trey 57, and I'm from Southside Village. So the 7 Souths, we linked up, made a company, started doing some unity with the little homies in the hood and showing them how to really get some money and really, put the guns down and really try to make something. You know what I'm saying? And we all from Pomona. It's a small circle in Pomona, and everybody is damn near family. You got cousins from this hood, that hood, and way back before the Long Beach City movement, the Pomona City movement, me and my man was doing this with 7 South Entertainment and Powerhouse Records. So, Cocaine was working all the way out in Irvine. I remember the day. It's gonna be in my movie. Warren G needed a hook. Mr. Grimm was there. and some other people. So we smashed all the way out there. I think we was on our last dollar. Filled up the tank, smashed out there, knocked that down with Warren G. Got a call, dog needed us all the way back in Pomona, Claremont, because he needed something from Coke.
Wow.
We smashed all the way from, Claremont, where the original doghouse is, the border city of Pomona.
Yep.
Claremont is like the suburbs.
The suburbs of
where all the white people live. When you want to go hit a lick, get something quick, you go up the hill and hit that lick. But that's where the doghouse was. So that Long Beach Pomona connection was always, like I said, way back, and all the Pomona artists was already going up the hill, blessing dog and going to the doghouse and working. And Cocaine and Snoop always put out hits. Always had a
facts.
Motherfucking Bootsy and George Clinton type of vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And they always made history.
Facts.
So we smashed. Everybody was at the doghouse. Eastside, Badass, Dog Pound. I think Dre was there that day. They was just cooking. Dog had 4 studios in the doghouse. One in the garage, a couple in the house. Just a gang of motherfuckers over there.
Wow.
And, me and Dog knew each other as real players. And I would see him out and we'd see each other and greet each other as players. And of course I was a fucking fan. And everything is about timing.
Come on.
So got over there. He's like, yeah, homie, I want to meet you. I heard a lot about you. My house is your house.
But see, it's also the right person. It's not just the timing, it's the right person, and you have the right vibe.
And I was invited to go up there several times and never went. See what I'm saying? Never went, because that wasn't my get at. And I wanted to also bring something to the table. I don't roll blunts and do all that motherfucking shit. I'm about that bag.
Come on, everybody paying attention. He giving y'all the game on what you're supposed to do. Don't be so thirsty for an opportunity to jump at something. Come correct. Don't fall in some pussy just because it's available. Make sure it's right.
Yeah, and if I would have went up there not in the right mind state and the right mental on them other situations, I might have fucked mine off. So the vibe was right. We was already knocked one down with Warren G. Got that call. Went up there, parlayed, chopped it up. The homie say, my house is your house, I get back with you. You know me, so I go to the back by the pool, basketball court, so the studio back there, we turn some in, we get it cracking. This go for 2 days now. 2 days. I call a few, I run that, they come. Call some more, they come. Got the liquor, got the wig, it's like 2-3 days, man. Non-stop getting it, creating, partying, living, you know what I mean?
The vibe.
Then the homie was like, man, I want you to roll with me, roll with me. And from that day, I've been with the homie ever since. But I also, from that day, within a week, I brought a big bag. I brought a big bag for him, and people don't know, all before I got with Dog, I was running with the Penthouse Players clique.
Remember them cats?
Yeah, them is my homies, because they stayed in Fontana. And the first spot I had with moms and everything that I helped moms get was out in Rialto. So that was, down the street, and I was trying to link up with real motherfuckers and shit once we left Pomona and did all that shit. And the Penthouse Players cliques was, who I really ran with before I got with the Pound. And that's Player Ham, Big Jam, DJ Quick, Sugar Free was a part of that. So Freaky, all them guys. And I bust a big bag with him, for Dog. And Player Ham wanted to do something with Bishop Don Juan. Bishop Don Juan is one of my idols. I grew up, he at the doghouse. I call Ham, I say, Ham, church here. He like, let's make the play. We bust that play. I bust 2 plays within a week, on top of all the other sprinkles I was delivering. You know what I mean?
Creating value.
Yeah, bringing something to the table, man. That's how my lane got created with Dog. It was a lot of shit that was missing that people weren't doing and bringing to the table, and I filled that void. I filled that void. And that comes from creating these after parties. Me and my white boy Kevin, Point Scene Money Gone, creating DJ Snoopadelic, creating other marketing and weed plays and branding plays, not just for Dog, just for the roster. And I always brought a bag from the Welcome to the Church CD. That's me and Dog's creations with Daddy V and Big A. They was creating the CD, but I was selling the motherfuckers on the road, lining motherfuckers up from the gas station if we stopped. If we went to the mall, line them motherfuckers up. You want a regular CD, 20. You want it autographed, 25. You want a picture, 50. Line them motherfuckers up, man. Everywhere we stopped, so it was just like, damn, let's get it. And then Dog said, Pete, go to the back of the bus. He take a little, like, nigga, keep that. One tour, I left with 35,000 of just CDs and motherfucking games.
That's the hustle.
That's the hustle.
Man.
That's the hustle. So
It's important to understand it's in this brother, and he does the things to put it on him. You see the diamonds, they dancing, but you gotta pay attention. This brother did the work to put it on him because it was in him. And a lot of times you gotta make that inner to the outer really a reality.
1,000%.
I mean, man, brother, that is Roderick Money Man is really what that RMM stands for, because you really making money moves. You making things happen.
RMM stands for a lot of things. Rather make money, run me mine. Real motherfuckers making it. You know, you could break it down however you want to do. I got a whole shirt and a whole, motto list of what RMM really means. But you know what I mean? We're really trying to put on for the P, for LA, for the West Coast, and for the youth to really show them how to get game. That's what a real OG does.
Come on, because there's not too many of them out there, bro. I mean, society got a cold way of doing things, but we gonna transition, talk about that later, because, we got a fucked off world, boy. People be making some shitty ass moves, and, it reflects. But I want to stay focused on your business moves and the opportunities you continue to bring from the beginning to I mean, brother, you brought the person that presents my show.
Right, Bobby D.
Bobby D to Snoop. And I mean, I got a blessed situation where Uncle Snoop, his army started presenting the show, and, I'm very blessed for that opportunity. But shoot, we got to go back to the roots.
Yeah, I mean, this family tree, man, that started from Eazy-E, NWA, Snoop, the Dog Pound. The family tree on the West Coast is always growing. I'm a branch off of that. And, Dog has always been about love, peace, and unity.
Facts.
Even if it's from the Crips and the Bloods, the Blacks and the Latinos, it's always, this our city. Everybody know where everybody from. Everybody know what everybody do. Let's put this shit together because we're bigger and greater in numbers.
Come on.
So Bobby D, always respected him, consider him my nephew, family. Always paid homage to me, always looked out for me when I wanted to come to the shows and do different things, and he needed other artists to book and everything, and I would link him up, and he would bless me, I would bless him. And it just was a relationship that me and Bobby had for years. And then Bobby came up with the idea that he wanted to do the Kings of the West. So when he came up with the Kings of the West, he was like, Uncle P, it's only Snoop, Q, E40s, Too Shorts, them as the legends, but I have to get Snoop. I think he already had Q, and he was like, I gotta get Snoop. I said, okay, give me the rundown, give me the play. Dog's wife likes to go to all the oldies concerts that Bobby does and all that, so started inviting them to a few of them. Bobby laid it out, blue carpet treatment, VIP, everything for the family. Even if Dog wasn't there, wife would be on stage, having a good time with the Keith Sweat concerts, all them concerts Bobby do.
R&B Rewind, Lovers and Friends.
Yeah, so Dog was loving how Bobby was treating the family, and he knew me and Bobby's relationship. And Bobby came with the offer. I hit Dog with it. Dog, let's do it. No headaches, no bullshit. Money was good. Money was ahead of time. Sold out. And I always wanted to get Dog away from the culture votes. You know what I'm saying?
To the good business.
Yeah, to our business.
Yeah.
Yes.
To our people.
Yes.
I'm a threat. You know what I'm saying? And they always thought I was a threat. They always tried to incorporate me into their offices and sit me in a desk to watch over me because I was a threat, because I was busting moves.
Right.
And I wasn't cutting them in. I was going straight to the homie so he could eat the whole thing.
That's what's up.
So, with that being said, Bobby knew how to play the game like we know how to play the game.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And once that first one went through, Dog was like, I like that kid. Let's do some more with him. We did a couple other ones, Kings of the West, and I think How the West was one, some other shit. And it was just going. And then Dog was like, P, I want to meet with Bobby. I'm ready to make a move. The meeting came and the rest is history. It's Bobby D presents Snoop Dogg's Army and how Bobby came G, and I gave him a little seed and watered the seed, and he listened. All the other companies used Dog, blood, sweat, and tears to build what they got. Never cut him in, never made him a part. Never gave him a piece of the pie, just gave him his booking fees and all that shit. Bobby said, I'm gonna partner up with him. I'm gonna make him my own. I'm gonna make Snoop a booking agent. I'm gonna make Snoop a concert promoter.
Come on, Snoop Dogg presents.
He's not gonna just get his appearance fee, he's gonna get that door, he's gonna get that merch, he's gonna get everything that's moving in this motherfucking, and even if he ain't there, he's gonna put that Snoop Dogg presents and Bobby D presents and Uncle Snoop's Army, and that's now his brand. It's just creating that generational wealth.
Multiple streams of income.
That's what this is all about.
That longevity.
Multiple streams.
That longevity, that move, staying relevant. So that's how that came, and as you know, you a branch of it now.
Yes, sir.
And it's growing and growing. We signing artists, we signing concerts, we making up concerts and bringing these different talents that you never thought would work together on these big stages. It's a beautiful thing, and it's growing. Like I said, it's growing daily.
You know, something that really impresses me about your history, OG, is the fact that you keep it like old school ways, but you keep on reinventing the wheel of how to keep that thing generating. And you know, you are a marketing guru, you're a sales guru, you're a master of those habits. And so I just want to ask, like, you know, what's some tidbits you can give to people that's trying to jump on that road and got some of the skills, but is lost in the sauce because they're trying to, you know, dig into the sky instead of to the ground?
Well, the reinventing yourself, you know, I learned that from Dog, hands down. From cripping and gang banging to Coach Snoop to reincarnated Snoop Lion to DJ Snoop Dogg to him doing shit with Snoop and Martha to everything that dude does, he stays current.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, right now we got the Banda MS.
He stays
Billboard
current.
charted.
He's open, and they love him from 8 to 88. You see what I'm saying?
Come on.
And when you do that and can touch the people, you gonna live forever. He's an icon.
You know, I gotta ask you, what's something about the game and the entertainment industry that they got fucked up?
I mean, it's all glitz and glamour, man. Half the motherfuckers in entertainment and all these motherfuckers you see, that ain't they shit. They don't have the bag like they say they got the bag. The shit they rapping about, they don't have it.
Come on.
The motherfuckers behind the scene got more than that. So, all that hype and all that talking about what they got and all these cars they be riding and all that ain't they shit.
Would you say that's one of the biggest differences in how the game is now, supposed to like 20 years ago?
100%, because 20 years ago, everything you seen was ours. Because you gotta remember, 90% of the people that are considered the OGs in the game, they hustle for that.
Come on.
Or they already had it.
Yeah.
So they always was on how to keep the money, all money in, like Nip said.
True.
Not giving it away.
True.
So you utilize the things that you work for. Your cars, that's your cars in the video, the low rider. You know, the clothes and the jewelry, you hustle for that, you already had it. Remember, we didn't have social media.
Yeah.
So anybody can become a star now on social media, just like that, without putting in no work.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. You got to put in the work, and that's when you appreciate the craft and appreciate what you got.
With so many people taking shortcuts to the bread, they don't realize they're cutting themselves off with so much other things. You take the long route, you learn everything, you get the big bag.
Perfect example. I'm just gonna use my brothers, Snoop, Warren G, Daz and Corrupt. All 20 plus, 25s. You get these new artists, 2 to 5 years. Gone.
Facts.
Got one banging song. Wrote it for 2 to 5 years. that one banging song. Sometimes don't even put out an album. Don't have a catalog. Don't have no merch. Don't have no branding tools. Ain't on no commercials. Ain't did nothing. 2 to 5, they don't.
You ain't lying.
The homies is still here.
Wow.
Still here.
Still Billboard chart.
And that's who I fuck with.
Come on.
That's who I fuck with.
I mean, from Cocaine to Snoop to Red Grant, you know, what is the factor that you're looking for when you try to work with somebody and, you know, work and manage their career and, you know, bring the stuff that you have to the table? Like, what's in the ingredients that you're looking for?
My whole thing is they already got to have something moving. Once they already got the tools and already got something moving and got projects going and got a following and doing their own shows, it's easy for me to say, okay,
Enhance.
let me give them that final push. Let me open my Rolodex. Let me link them with this and see what they missing and give them that final push and then tell the other homies about it and we click up and make it happen. If they got something going and it's for a worthy cause and I know this is their baby and they really invested in it, I'm all in. And I ain't looking for nothing in return. It's gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come back tenfold. I'm doing it off the strength.
Come on. And that's how the world works.
Yeah.
The real universe, boy, it comes together like air and water.
Well, I learned that from I was raised by women. You know, my father's been in my life. You know, he's an educator and all that type of stuff and athlete and a coach and all that stuff, but I was raised by women. I was raised by my mother, my grandmother, my auntie. Those are my foundation. And them 3 women took care of everybody.
Right.
Took care of everybody. You can go to my grandmother's house right now, 89 years old, in Pomona, live by herself. And if you need something to eat, you need something to drink, you need to make a couple dollars, she gonna put you to work, paint that fence, cut that grass. She gonna make you some food. You need to lay down for a hot second. Everybody in my family has done that numerous times with this lady.
Wow.
So, and she always tells me, she was like, grandson, that's why you got so much. You give so much and you always look out for your cousins and when they get out of jail or when they doing this or down on their luck, you always invite them places and that's why you always got so much. I never worry about you. I said, well, Granny, I got that from you.
Genuine love.
I got that from Snoop. If people knew how many people, not family, how many people Dog takes care of and the things he does under the radar, you wouldn't believe it. Just because he'll see it on Instagram or he'll see it on the news or somebody will hit me and I'll send him forward something. Or somebody hit Bobby and Bobby will forward it to him and Dog's like, okay, let's do something. Send him this, give him this, invite him here, give him this, take care of that. That goes from the homies in the hood paying for funerals, giving niggas cars when they getting out, creating jobs.
Wow.
He been doing this shit for 30.
Wow. I mean, shit, here we are today. I got an opportunity from these brothers.
Opportunity, that's all you need. Get your foot in the door.
That's it.
Your talent gonna speak for yourself.
Come on, come on. And I mean, shit, right now we in a private location. We in front of one of the hottest whips.
Oh yeah,
I mean, this brother got cars for cars. I mean, Rider Gang is you know.
It's another
what-
branch. It's another branch.
Another avenue. And this brother keep avenues.
And the Rider Gang, you know, it's the West Coast lifestyle. I've always had cars, old, new. Dogs have always had cars. And then my nephew Wiz, you know, he's another branch, even though he's TGOD and from Pittsburgh. He's little Snoop Dogg. He's a branch. And we always pull the cars out for certain events. And when this COVID hit, we ain't had nothing to do. And I'm like, nephew, let's ride. You can be in your car, I'll be in my car. We stop and get some eat, shoot the shit, I want to see you, and let's have some fun. So the first day, this Saturday will be week 7.
Yes.
Me and Wiz been 7 weeks straight.
Wow.
Wow.
I've switched cars 5 times, he's switched cars 6 times. And it was just me and Wiz, and out of the blue I called my man Cedric the Entertainer, because I know he got some cars.
Yeah.
Right.
And Cedric was like, hell yeah, I'm pulling up. I said, well, meet me at Wiz house. And we rode. Had a ball, just us 3. We had some homies with us, and I don't know if Wiz brought Bash that day, and we had a ball. And just the little pictures and the little shit that we put up. I didn't even have Guap City with me. Guap City Production, you know, he's part of RMM
Salute,
camp.
Guap.
Phone calls. phone calls. And I knew Dog was watching, but I knew he was hibernating and really taking the COVID shit serious. Second week, exhibit. A couple other homies came. We went from 3 cars to 10.
Wow.
Third week, we went from 10 cars to 20.
And I mean, y'all had TMZ thinking y'all was doing extra shit.
And that was Dog's first day. See what happened? You see what happened when the dog comes?
Yeah.
His first day. You know, we had fans and different things coming up during our other time. And his first day out, TMZ sniffed us out, camped out in the bushes, said we were shooting music video. This is what we do every time. We turn the music on, we drink, we fellowship, we have a good time. And that was Dog really first time out the house.
Damn.
And they caught it and blew it up out the water. The next week, we went from 20 cars to 30 cars. Here come Mike Epps, here come everybody. You know, because the COVID shit was dying down a little bit and everything else, people was feeling comfortable. We on week 7, man, it's a brand now. You can go to writerganglifestyle.com. We got merch, we growing. You know, people talking about making it into a movie and a TV show. It is what it is, it's just us natural.
Come on.
It's organic.
And the element.
It's our element, this is what we do. We West Coast swinging, man.
Then doing it.
Come on. History. And it's out on display. You just gotta catch it.
Yeah. And then, like I said, Dog took it to the next level. He's been 3 weeks. The man done bought 4 new cars in the last 4 weeks.
Competition.
And now he's taking us to the next level by letting us pull up to the compound, line the old schools up and watch the drive-in movie.
Wow.
Where it's real groovy.
Come on.
Y'all ain't got nothing on Jay Leno ain't got nothing on y'all with that, man.
No. we growing. We grow. We ain't even hit the Shaw yet. We ain't even hit the beach yet. We just
Ain't even hit cruising yet.
we just playing our game. And you know, we freestyling with it, but me and Wiz started this shit.
So I gotta ask you, big homie, you know, what's your favorite purchase? We talked about Rider Gang, we talked about a lot. And you know, what's your favorite?
I really don't even treat myself like that, man. My favorite purchase, you know, I take care of my kid. So the blessing and when they call and I'm able to provide, that's what it's about. I get so much shit given to me free and people want me to give it to Dog and Wiz and everything else. I got so much shit. That's why when I get it, I take a few things, I bag that shit up and send it to the hood.
That's what's up. That's
And then when I come home or come back to the office, it's 6 new boxes. I kid you not. I line up 5, 6 trash bags full of shoes, shit I don't wear, brand new shit. Give it to my cousins, give it to the homies, give it to my artists, and come back home and be 4 new boxes at the door. I don't know where the shit came from.
I mean, my brother, you a brand ambassador.
Right, that's what it is.
I mean, I've seen it online. You made plays where, you know, you get jewelry to big people.
Just off of doing good business, looking out for others, connection, keeping it in the circle. And if I know I can link something with somebody and I know that person's gonna do good business and keep my name afloat and keep the game afloat, I do it all day.
Come on.
And that's how I was able to open a store in Vegas. You know, I got the big store in Vegas called The Place. And that came from Nipsey. Keep it 100%. That came from Nipsey, what he was doing with the Marathon store and all that. And me and Dog talked about stores for 15 years and this and that, and just never tiny. So I bust mine in the Boulevard Mall in Vegas, bust that store open. That mall and that city has never seen what I did because I fed people during the holidays. I gave clothes and toys away to the homeless. I did open mics at my store. Any celebrity that come in town for their gig, I make them pop up, do a meet and greet my store is in the ghetto. My store is in the hood. So those people can't go to Dre's and all the concerts and shit all the homies be at because it costs $100 something to get in.
Right.
So I make the homies come in, they tap in, meet and greet, come sign the wall, take the pictures with these people too, man. They love you too. So I've had in my store, this September will be 2 years, I probably had 100 and something celebrities in the store. Meet and greet, signing, autographs. Tiffany Haddish did her book sign. Dr. Selby's son's been there. Warren G's been there. The Dog Pound, Bone Thugs and Harmony. And then I tell the homies, leave your merch, leave your clothes, put it on the shelf, and let's get rid of it.
But see, that's a testament to your relationships and longevity.
That's what it's about, relationships.
That's it. It gets you places money cannot.
Relationships are priceless.
Yeah.
Come on.
And life is about who you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Life is about who you know. All about who you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And now, you know, we have the place in Vegas. Look what Dog doing with the Snoopy clothing.
Come on.
And he's already said, P, I did that because of you. I seen you was successful and able to do it. We've all talked about it. And now he getting ready to open up Snoop Dogg's clothing in Inglewood, near the compound, near the new stadium. It's just all coming together.
Come on. Come on. Salute. Salute. You know, I definitely want to give you your flowers, brother.
Appreciate it.
You know, the blue roses, you feel me, especially for being a dedicated dad, a dedicated father.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's one thing to be in the industry, have children, and make time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the kids care less about the money. They care about the time and the value that you put in, put forth. And so I want to make sure I give you the flowers, and then I also ask you, how do you keep up? How do you do it?
Man, it goes back to the three women I talked about, my mom, my auntie, and my grandmother.
Influence.
I never seen them cry, piss, moan, and we never went without. We never went without. We ate good, we always was fly, we was always going places, taking trips, traveling. I never heard them women complain. And I take care of all three of them right now to this day.
Wow.
Gotta give it back, bro.
I take care, they can call me right now, them three women, they got it.
Man, powerful. Powerful to have such pivotal people in your life to control the vessel from the beginning to where you're able to give back to the vessel that provided.
Pause.
I think they're staying up, yeah.
Okay. So you want to move to the awareness?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, brother, I'm gonna put a pause on the entertainment. I feel like I can talk to you about that forever, and I know time is of the essence. Time's the most finite thing we have on this earth. And, you know, I gotta make sure I tell you now, tell you later. I appreciate your time more than anything, OG.
My man. It's a family thing, man. Bobby said you was official, so that's what it is.
I appreciate you.
All right.
And so, you know, I got to talk about my awareness segment. You know, it is a hot topic in reality, but it's been something we've been dealing with since we was kids. Like, and I'm talking about police interaction. You know, it's very important that people know what to do in the situation of interacting with them, especially when they get pulled over.
Right.
And, you know, I ask every guest of mine, every episode, when was the last time they were pulled over, and what's some advice they can give to anybody in the situation of being pulled over.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I ain't been pulled over in a long time because I play the game right. Them suckers can't fuck with me.
Come on.
My tags is up to date. I got the new license. What's that shit? You gotta have a license and California ID, all in one to travel. The real ID. I got all that shit. Tags is updated. You know what I'm saying? I'm clean cut. My cars is better than them. When they ride by me, they giving me thumbs up. So knock on wood, cause I ain't in that space. I ain't on that bullshit.
Can't catch you.
So it's an attraction. If you're riding around with three motherfuckers, hats backwards and all that shit, you bound to drown. You know what I mean? So I haven't been pulled over, and in my little cities where I dwell and my kids are, they know me. They know me. You know what I'm saying? So, and I got some homies that is in the system. You know what I'm saying? That work LAPD and sheriff, and they keep me abreast of what's going on, as well as I do.
Come on.
And we have an understanding. They tell me, P, don't go over there. Let the homies know there's bullshit going on over there. Some of my people, police let me know. Some of they people tripping, they jacking motherfuckers, this and that and that. And I let them know. Don't bring your ass over here. They, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We keep it like that. So the last time, it was when I was on some bullshit. And I was attracting bullshit. And they, you know, pulled me over. I played the game. I know, you know, I got that gift of vocab, so I talked my way out of it. If they would have searched the car, I wouldn't be here with you now for everything that was in that motherfucker. So
Yeah, that's none of our business.
yeah, so I don't play that game, man. I stay current. I look the part. I play the part. I ain't on no bullshit, so I can't really speak for that level of that bullshit. But they,
you know, it's important. You brought up key elements. Have your paperwork ready. Be prepared.
Yeah.
You know, go through the motions.
It's a respect thing. It's a respect thing. And, you know, I switch up cars daily. I switch cars up like I switch my drawers. And the areas that I be in, from my office to my home, to with my kids, even the city of Pomona, they know what I'm on. I'm pushing positivity. I'm giving back. I'm a businessman. I'm a father. Yeah, I'm connected and I'm associated, and I've been active before and all that stuff. I don't push that, and I don't want it around.
Come on. No, that's right. And you brought up so many key elements that, everyone needs to start allowing that to trickle down. Just don't allow, what you think your reality is and what you're doing to affect you. You can still be good, just be better at what you're doing.
And that's one of the mottos that I've been preaching. I'm always trying to do more good than bad. I ain't perfect. I ain't no goddamn saint. I got my flaws just like everybody else.
Facts.
I got my addictions just like everybody else. But if I can do more good in a day than bad, that's a win.
Facts. I got this next segment. We're going to put a pause on the awareness segment because now you hit the hammer on the head with that one, boy, and knocked it straight off the hinges. And, my next segment is going to get you to think a little bit. It's called Trading Places. It's like the Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy movie.
One of my favorite movies.
And so I take that concept and I take two iconic people and swap them and talk about it. And for you today, I had to go a little old school so these youngsters can understand some shit. And hopefully I didn't go too old school, but we all know these names. I got Frank Sinatra of Trading Places with Berry Gordy. Question number one is, will it work?
Old Blue Eyes with Berry Gordy. Yeah, because they both was players. They both love the ladies. Yeah.
What's one thing to be different if Berry Gordy was now, the Frank Sinatra of the world, and Frank Sinatra's now known for Motown and the history that he's been able to implement? What would be one thing different?
I mean, they have a connection. You know what I'm saying? They have a connection that goes deep that me and you don't know about. Frank Sinatra's Old Blue Eyes, started the Rat Pack, brought Sammy in. Yeah, so, Barry had a love for his artists. He had a little more love for the women on his roster. He really invested in them, you know what I mean? So, I would say the difference would be, of course, we know it's black and white. Everything is black and white, and that's just how the world is based. But Frank being in Barry's situation, I don't think Frank can pull off what Berry Gordy pulled off with Motown.
Whew.
Just on the business side, just on the futuristic side, Frank is Frank when it comes to putting out them hits. But as far as forming a conglomerate, forming we still talk about Motown. We still base everything off Motown. Motown is the blueprint.
Come on.
So I don't see Frank being able to do what Barry could do. Keep it a buck. They played on the same kind of fields and all that type of stuff. I just don't see them being able, and I wouldn't want them to. I wouldn't want them to trade places like that because I fuck with Frank. I got Frank in some of my cars. You know what I'm saying? Snoop had a cat named Frank Sinatra. It was a white cat with blue eyes.
That's dope.
You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want Frank to step in that lane because he might not make it. Coming out of Detroit in that era. Legends. They both legends, hands down. They both legends, but I like them where they are.
Fair enough. They both great in their own lane. And sometimes it's not good to mix up shit.
Now, Barry could have did what Frank did. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. That's not reinventing the wheel. What Frank was doing was already our culture.
It was already, yep.
It was already ours.
Facts.
He stole it. Elvis stole it. They stole from Little Richard. They stole from everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? James Brown.
Come on.
But they took it, put the bells and whistles, made it mainstream, and then that was how some of the brothers was able to come up. So,
yeah. It's crazy because back then in those days, no one got the credit they deserved on anything that was getting put out. Where they stole it from, where they got the sounds from, versus now we got people suing each other
left and right over one little piece of a song.
Yeah, crazy shit.
Yeah, one word in the song. I wrote that.
Man, I got these in-post Q&A. It's my next segment.
They stand up.
Okay. I got in-post Q&A. It's my next segment. They're questions on cards.
Yeah.
And they're from a fan perspective. The idea is you gotta answer 3. You could pass on the questions, but you still
How many we got?
Oh, I got 4 in my hand, and you don't want none of them. I got more in my head.
So I gotta answer 3 of these?
Yep. And then I got a bonus hustler question just because I know the magnitude of your history.
Let's do it.
So question number 1. Would you rather go 30 days without your phone or your entire life without a dessert?
I'm going without the dessert, man. This phone I got right now, same number's been on 20 years.
Wow.
And I get calls around the world. I get plays from around the world about this phone. Dessert is out. Without that phone, I don't eat.
Come on.
Dessert to come back.
Hey, that phone is my bread and meat. I'm on bread and meat. I don't need no sweet.
Come on. Question number 2. If you got stuck in an elevator and were forced to listen to only one song, what song would that be?
I need to knock on some wood. I've been caught in several elevators.
Oh, shit.
I've been in elevators with 300-pound security guards,
Woo.
Snoop, other people, badass, rest in peace, for 4 hours. And when I came out, I was in my boxers and my Chuck Taylors.
Because of how hot he was.
I done peeled all that shit off. I tried to bust through the roof. I tried to bust through the motherfucking everything. I've been caught in several elevators. So the one song, it would have to be something gospel, something spiritual, you know, something to ease me, to meditate me, spiritual, something spiritual. I couldn't. It could be Snoop's new album.
Gospel one.
Yeah. It could be anything, man.
Grammy winning.
It gotta be something. So there could be some Bob Marley too. It couldn't be no hippity hoppity rappity up tempo. I need some spiritual, get me through.
Yeah, no heavy bass, no
Nah.
808s.
Nah, it could be some of that stuff they do in the massage parlor. Some of that chanting and all that meditation shit. Yeah.
Question number 3. What is your most unusual talent?
Golf. You know, I play golf. People don't think I could do it and swing that club. I've been playing golf with the white boys and pops and all that shit since junior high. And I've always, you know, I'm addicted to it. Trying to hit that little ball and trying to master your swing and do all that. So I would say people don't believe I can play golf. And I'm the founder of Golf Beef. Golf Beef is my tournament that I bring entertainment celebrities together.
Wow.
That's going on now 7 years. It's just a fun time. It's not like the Masters. It's a party. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
It's a party. You can go to golfbeef.com and check some stuff out. Snoop's been there. Hole 1, you know, when I do my tournaments, it's a 6'4" low riders. You got girls out there. You got liquor, weed companies. It's just, it's a party. It's a party. So, and I got 2 hole-in-ones. I got 2 hole-in-ones in my life. I just got one about a month ago. It's 91 yards. I used the pitching wedge, hit that thing. The homies was like, that shit, that's going in the hole. One of the other homies was already walking. He said, whoever hit that got a hole-in-one. The guys over there on the other hole was cheering. I said, hey. I walked up, that motherfucker was in the hole. With a mask on. I hit one with a mask on. My pop's been playing my whole life. He has none.
Who got you into golf?
The white boy, you know, smoking weed. Green on the green, playing, you know, the white boys. And then it elevated to playing with pops. Then when I went back to the junior college and coached basketball, you know, at the junior college I played, people don't know that. The junior college I played ball at Mount Sac, I went back years later and ended up being the coach. I coached there for 3 years. So that was a bonding thing with me and the other coaches. Rest in peace, Chris Freeman and my other boy, Keith. That was a little bonding thing that we would play golf on our downtime, strategize and all that stuff. And then it just started growing. Then I found out all the comedians play, all the retired athletes play, you know, and then that's just how it came.
Gotcha. I got this bonus question. It's for all my hustlers, everyone that watches the show. Y'all know I'm finna hit them with it. If you were trapped in a third world country, what country would it be, and what product would you sell to get back to America?
Third world country. It's a good one. Third world country, what product I would be? I mean, I've always wanted to go to Cuba, and I'm going. Because, you know, I smoke cigars and the old school cars is out there. And what would I sell to get back?
Yeah.
I mean, you could sell them cars easy and get back. They got they taxis are old school cars. So when the embargo and all that shit happened and wasn't able to send shit, import and export from Cuba, all the old school Chevys and 57s and all that, that's all they had. They don't have nothing new over there.
Wow.
So they converted all them old school cars to taxis and tourist cars and all that stuff. We can get them cars over right now, the homies will buy them. I'll buy a shitload of them. And I know when I go over there, I'm gonna get with the right people. And I'm a broker and send me some shit back.
Come on, come on. Man, you survived my awareness segment, you survived my trading places segment, you survived my impulse Q&A with a bonus question. It's time to promote. Let's reward you by promoting. You know, let's talk about all the businesses, because this brother is active. He's more busier than solar panels in the summer. And you know, he gets it. And so I want to talk about the businesses. Board of director now of Nuggle.
I've been on that, they've been on my line for a long time trying to get me involved with that brand. It's similar to a weed match, but we have an app. It's just informing the consumer of the different things about the cannabis space, from the CBDs to the flower, to the concentrates, to different grows, and it's a hub and a space and a new platform for everything cannabis.
Gotcha.
So they've been trying to get at me for years. And they finally got a hold of me. My homeboy, Big A, was involved with them, and then they cut me in. You know, the motto is cut me in or cut it out.
Come on.
And they cut me in, put me on the board of directors. So I've been pushing that for about a year and a half. It's a good situation. Check it out. Nuggle.
Yeah, make sure. If you don't know where you're going, Nuggle will help you.
Yeah, Nuggle will get you right. And then I got
the vodka.
Yeah, the vodka's coming out. I got the vodka. You know, COVID. This is just, let y'all see. This is just a sample bottle. How the sample bottle. I just approved this bottle. COVID put us on hold, but we're bouncing back. The deck is getting done. My team out of New York, they just sent me a couple more samples. It's 100% black owned. You know what I'm saying? Puffy is the only black owned vodka with Ciroc. We're gluten free and we're 100% corn. And the name of the company is called True Legacy. And I came up with that name with my partners just because I've always kept it true and I'm always building my legacy. And everybody wants to have a legacy and everybody wants to be known for something. So, you know, the real players will drink this and appreciate it. True Legacy vodka coming, another branch of RMM.
You know, not only I got to support it, but my son's name is True.
There it is.
You know, that's a stamp already of approval.
And you know, I got the merch.
Come on with it.
Well, the merch came about just always, you know, always promote yourself. Always push your brand, push you, things you doing. So yeah, I always had the merch, always promoting me, promoting my company. So, you know, we got the RMM merch, clothes, shoes, hats, always pushing the brand. Got the book bags. And then with that vision, you know, that's how my store came about. I was like, I got so much of my own branding and Snoops branding and all the artists that I deal with branding, let's put it in the store. So that's how the store came out. You can find all my merch at the store. You can find it on my social medias. The store is The Place Vegas. It's theplacevegas.com. We're in the Boulevard Mall right there by UNLV. Check us out whenever you're in town in Vegas.
Yes.
Doing a few things with Bobby. You know, Bobby D got his new pens.
Drops today.
It drops today, fresh organic, so we pushing them heavy. Bobby is a futuristic just like me, so he said, Unc, I got these. I actually got him, I'm linking him up with Pineapple Express. They getting ready to do some deliveries with him.
Wow.
About to get him in a few dispensaries that I'm connected with. So doing some stuff with Fresh Organics. You know, he got his clothing company now.
Fresh Apparel.
I got my CBD company. It's called Persevere. You see what I'm saying? Persevere. Persevere. That's my CBD brand. I had that company way before the wave. I've had that company almost 10 years. And it's the ointments, it's the salves, it's the butters, it's the anti-aging creams. You can find that on Persevere CBD, and that's on Instagram as well. You know, I'm constantly putting out music. I put out probably 20 mixtapes and compilations in the last 7 years. I probably put out 20 mixtapes, and I broke some of the biggest artists today off these mixtapes. You know what I mean? From the Migos to the Young Dolphs to Candace Boyd to when Wiz and them, and me and Wiz got an artist named Chevy Woods. So I haven't put one out in about 2 years. So now with my movie dropping, it's the documentary, it's the life and times, it's the story about how Big P came up, where Big P is from. It's called Don't Watch Me, Watch the Moves I Make.
Yes.
From the capital P to the little P, and it's a real Pomona love story, just talking about my city, what I've done, my 25 years in the game. That movie's dropping, hopefully on my birthday. We're in the 5th edit. No, we're actually in the 10th edit, and I just got the new edit today, so I gotta sit down and watch that. And then I'm gonna put a soundtrack to that and a compilation to that, so all artists that's trying to be a part of something, submit the music, they'll get you the email. And then the newest thing is the Rider Gang. The Rider Gang lifestyle is the car club. It's influenced by the West Coast lifestyle. I gotta give a big shout out to me and Wiz's other partner, Currency. Currency has the car club out in Jet Life, out in Louisiana. You know, that's nothing but LA to LA. And he's been pushing the cars and doing it big, and Wiz is involved with it, I'm involved with it, and I told him, you know, he was the inspiration to get us back in it. So the Rider Gang Lifestyle, that's riderganglifestyle.com, that's the car club. And we just always doing something, man. You can catch me in the streets, man. Moving and grooving.
I do want to make sure I spend a little time, we talk about Pomona, because, you know, I love Pomona, the city of Pomona, and one of my favorite chicken spots is right there.
Donahue?
Come on.
That's the only one.
You already know.
Warren G's favorite spot, Nate Dogg, when Nate Dogg lived in Laverne. Gotta get that Donahue. Anytime we Bow Wow hit, everybody thought we was part of the IE, you know.
Come on, the LA County Fair.
But the LA County Fair is in Pomona.
Come on.
You see what I'm saying? So that says it all. But just us being so far out, you know, but a lot of people, when they first got their breaks, they had to come through Pomona from the Grand Central Station to the LA Fairgrounds, to Mount Sac, when we used to have to the Fox Theater. You gotta come touch the P if you really West Coast and you really an artist making a move. And you know, from the Sugar Frees to the Cocaines to the Pomona Pimpin Youngs to the Weasel Lokes to the Above the Laws to Sugar Shane Mosley to the Olympic athletes that come out of Mount Sac. You know, the Mount Sac, the Olympic trials are held at Mount Sac. You know, Mount Sac and Pomona is history. I grew there. I didn't flew there. You feel what I'm saying? So that's where I come from. When I left the hospital, my parents' first house was on Smith Street in the city of Pomona, where I learned to play golf. The golf course right around the corner from my grandmother's house, the Pacific Palms, not Pacific Palms, the Palms golf course. Pacific Palms is in La Puente, the big country club, but the little 9-hole hood course is where I learned to play golf.
That's what's up.
And
The
rich
P.
history.
The P, that's all in me, man. The P is in me.
Facts. So you notice, brother, my shows is interesting, it's different, it's unique. We gotta follow some type of guidelines and have segments like them other guys. Well, I try to keep it different than them. And so I'm like, how do I keep that same energy and close out my show? My viewers knows it's coming, I'm about to hit you with it. You got any questions for me?
Where you come from?
I was born in LA,
What part?
from the Valley to South Central.
Okay.
And then we moved to Bakersfield and we traveled.
How'd you meet Bobby?
I interviewed Bobby on February 12th. Crazy story.
This year?
This year. I started doing this podcast December 2019.
Okay.
And I interviewed him February 12th. And then he said, man, you know, you Post Malone, your energy is like Post Malone, you're psychedelic and organic. you know, if you need anything from me, you know, let me know. Don't hesitate to ask.
Right.
So closed mouths don't get fed and they stay hungry. So I was like, man, bro, you know, if you want to be a part of the show, I need someone to present the show. He got right behind it that day. And he was like, man, you could do media for me and interview the guests backstage. This is February 12th. It's Wednesday. That Friday was Valentine's Day, and he hadn't even been in Palm Springs. He was like, go to Palm Springs and do your first media event. I don't know what to do.
At the casino?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We went out to Aguas Caliente.
Yeah. I think I was there too.
And so, boom. Now, I got a media pass. I don't know to bring anybody nothing. And so, I'm backstage not knowing what to do and trying to, like, Patty directed me to Next and to keep it 100. I didn't know all the members of Next. I know their music. But when they brought out RL in front of me, I wasn't prepared.
Right.
And at that point, I bombed it. Keep it 100. Bombed it. I brought up a Martin Luther King quote on Valentine's Day. Bombed it.
Right.
And RL was like, man, you trying to preach to me on a love day?
Right.
And so, you know, I was like, oh shit, that fucked me off. Now, Patty stopped fucking with me to a degree. No, we love each other, but she was like, go ahead, do your thing, figure out what you're gonna do.
Right.
And so at this point, I'm like, damn, what am I supposed to do? Now I'm in a tracking with 112, the DJ, shout out to the DJ, but he played the next song before Next came on. I'm like, oh no.
DJ, what's his name? Kaz?
Yeah. I ain't
playing their shit before they perform.
Yeah, bro, that's a cardinal sin, brother.
That's like with Snoop. If the opening DJ, you can't play nothing he gonna play. Don't play no Snoop Dogg. You play your little section. Don't play none of my shit that I'm gonna play, cause I don't like to double back.
Come on. And so I'm talking about it, laughing, and then 112 manager see me laughing and getting mad the same way I was upset. And then next thing I know, I get my opportunity to interview 112.
Okay.
And so I wiggled my way through.
Did you bomb now?
Nah, I hit it out the park.
Yeah.
But it took a while, and then boom, I ended up corrupting the file. Some type of way, my file got corrupted. I was hot. I'm like, man, this shit's crazy. Now I'm waiting for Keith Sweat, and Keith Sweat wasn't fooling with nobody because of COVID. Yeah. And he had wind of it on Valentine's Day.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, man, it's out. I go home, boom, shit corrupted. I interviewed Slim last week. I got, you know, everything still came back to fruition, but it took that whole opportunity for me to realize you got to go through the laws to get found to see how everything go.
I can dig it.
And then shit, we've been rocking ever since.
Well, you've been rocking ever since. I see you got your team together. Now you prepared. You know the do's and the don'ts, so you on your way. Like I said, when you reached out to me, I reached out to Nephew. He said you official. He said you a part of the team. And now here we are now.
Oh yeah, no, it's an honor and a pleasure, brother. I'm in front of greatness.
Let's get it.
Appreciate you.
Church.
Closing out, it's Contrast Uncut. It's season 3, episode 39. Man, big shout outs to Uncle Snoop's Army and Bobby D Presents. I appreciate you, brothers. I wouldn't be able to do incredibly dope shit like interviewing Big Percy next to me and talk about his history, the gang. Dropping gems like the diamonds around his neck, and we just watching him dance, boy. Big Percy, I appreciate you, brother.
It's all love.
Absolutely.
How it all begun, bum skibbity bum, yeah. Grew up on that Nas, on that L, on that pun. Old soul when I was young, crisscross make them jump. Battle rapping for respect, my nigga, this ain't what you want. Can I kick it when I'm rhyming? Be a legend through Ebonics, was a sticker boy. Felt like sticky fingers played at Onyx. Can I live track 8? Feel like Jigga 96, without a reasonable doubt the album turned me into this. Shit, we always had dreams of being money making Mitch without jewelry on. Hit a jail pose, take a flick. Feel like Pac and keep your head up. Biggie shooting juice. Coach is still alive, just let me prove. King, nigga. Everything that you do, baby, I salute you.
Man, I know you guys can't smell this right now, and I ain't talking about none of that other stuff. I'm talking about some of that good stuff, that smell good stuff. I think it's breakfast. What time is it? It's breakfast time. Make sure you tune in to Contrast Uncut no matter what you're doing. Whether you're eating breakfast, you're smelling good food like I'm smelling, or if you're smelling other stuff, we're good to watch too. Make sure you tune in. Thank you.